VMP at Arch. VMP is my babe. God is my shepherd. All day, every day. Yeah. Check. It's Maneza F8. Everybody likes me.
Well, remember that right here in New York.
Everybody likes me.
Oh man, what it is, man. What's up?
What is up with you, man? What's up?
Yo. Welcome to FKU Africa Podcast. This is your host, Maneza F8. As you can hear my voice, I'm feeling a little bit better from last week, man. I think the big D, they did catch me a little bit. This Delta thing doesn't play, man. It's a serious subject, yo. It doesn't play, man. It got me right. It got me good. Yeah. So for the past 2 weeks I was at it, man. I'm just feeling better now. So I started feeling a little better on Wednesday, probably when I really feel myself. I feel my body on this Wednesday. But for the last 2 weeks, the heaviest day was Tuesday. Last week, Tuesday and Wednesday was the hardest one. I even took off a day off on Wednesday at work. Because I'm working from home, so I don't really take a day off. I just carry on, even if I'm a little bit sick with a flu or something. I just work through it, But that day I couldn't, man. I was really weak. I felt really, really weak. It was serious. It was serious matter, man. It felt like there's a big block of ice that it's on my back, man. It's burning cold. It's when something it's really cold, like it's burning, like it's like it's stabbing you, like it's a cut opening of cold. It was really, really cold. My back was cold. I was sweating at the same time. While I'm really, really cold and I'm sweating, I'm weak, can't really move like the way I usually do, like standing up, trying to go out, like I must always like try to balance into something. It almost catch me, man. Almost catch me. The Big D, I respect Big D, but I fought back, man. I fought back. By Friday last week I was okay. I was feeling better. I was eating all the hot stuff, man, all the mixtures, gingers, lemons, cayenne peppers, all these kind of things. Your honey, all these powder mixtures, soup. I couldn't eat food. I tried to, nothing solid really that I could really eat. It was really hard to eat anything that it's solid. Couldn't, man. It was having a cough. It's a trip, man. It's a trip. The Big D, it's serious, man. Big D doesn't play. Big D doesn't play. If it catch you, it catches you. Yeah. Recently, one of my friends contacted me. They said, it caught me, and it's serious, man. Solomon, he contacted me and say he's working at Bozo. He was like, "Yo, Maneza, man, this thing caught me, and it's I almost died, man. I was in hospital and all that." I was like, "Nah, man, you can't go to hospital for that. These people will kill you in there." But my guy is okay now. Came out and just continue eating all these mixtures and all this hot stuff, and it's okay. So I'm also okay. I didn't go to any hospital. I didn't go to anything. I just knew that the big D is here, and then I'm just going to fight. Going to fight. My body is strong, man. I keep on my vitamin C, on my zinc, and all these kind of things. My immune is good, strong. It was challenged, but yeah, it came out strong, man. Conquered it. Conquered it. You see, this is how I've managed to come out alive, man. To come out in gun blazings. Man. Cough doesn't play, man. Cough doesn't play. But yeah, if you keep it strong, you're gonna survive it. You're gonna survive it, man. You just need to keep it strong. I hope you all been doing good. I hope you all been safe. Go and take the jab if you really want to. My other friends, yeah, I'm telling Gabe, I just read now his Facebook statement that says taking a vax is a personal thing. People must stop putting their agendas into other people. You see, whatever your agenda is, man, just keep it to yourself. If you feel like you want to go and take the vax, go and take the vax and leave us alone. If you don't feel like you don't want to take the vax, don't take the vax and still leave us alone. If you don't know what to do, just do your research and see if you want to or not, and just leave us alone. Don't be talking and posting to us on Facebook about situations that you don't even know about, symptoms that you don't even know about, your side effects that you don't even know about. So just keep the agendas and propagandas away from people. Let people do their own. Let, let them make their own mistakes. If you feel like they are making mistakes in any other way, by not taking it, by taking it, they must make their own decisions. Let's not interfere on what people want to do. By it, I've heard a lot of different views on what is what, on how is it all been happening, the outcomes of jabs and side effects. And most people, they're just good. My other friend just took it, JJ. He just took it and informed me 2 days ago that yeah, he did take the JJ and has been feeling some headache, a heavy headache. But now he's gonna be fine, and then that's gonna be it. He's gonna be fine, and nothing more will happen. Hopefully, people have died, but hopefully my friend is gonna be okay. I don't wish anything ill for him. Wish that it's gonna work out and make sure that he's protected, and his family and his kids is gonna be protected after he recovers from the side effects. Yeah. So with that being said, man, I just wanted to talk about this situation with 12% that our government is planning for us to pay 20% of our earnings to a fund that is going to be under social development. Man, Let me see an article that I can read for you, so I can probably see. This thing is it's coming from the 18th of this month. I've heard it a while ago before it was published. I heard it from someone who was talking about it. I think around March or so that this thing is being planned. I don't know if I did talk about it on the podcast, but I didn't have enough information about it back then. But I knew that there was something like this that is coming. As you can see, that the new government plan wants South Africans to pay 12% of their earnings into state-managed fund. For the fact that it's a state-managed fund, it's scary for us because we know what states do with money. We know how states deal with money. Our money has been eaten, it's been looted, it's been taken, it's been raped by the states so many times, man. States has been raping our money, it's been looting our money so many times. We cannot even count how many times we've been in these problems with the states, with our money. I don't know when we're going to learn. How are we supposed to allow the states to deduct 12% of our own earnings, of our hard-worked earned money? How are we going to allow the states to deduct our hard-earned money into the state fund, that they are going to loot it and divide it among themselves, and then it's going to be the end of it? 500 billion disappeared. Within 2 months, it was nowhere to be found. 500 billion disappeared from the state. No one can account for that money. Who's going to account for this money now? Our own money. Why is it that they want now South Africans to just give them money? Why? Why should we give our government money? Government should be giving us money. Why we are working hard for this money? 12% is not nothing. I'm already paying a lot of money with tax to the government, including the 15% VAT that I'm already paying on purchases. This is so much money that the government is asking of us. Now it's about time that we remove this current government that we have. If this is how they are going to treat us, by bankrupting us, by taking all our earnings into them, half of our earnings into the government, that's ridiculous. With my salary, I'm giving almost more than 5,000 to the government. 5,000 rand that I'm giving to the government, more than 5,000 rand I'm giving to the government. That's too much money for tax. That's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I can't give that amount to the government and then be expected to give 12% more to the government again. How much should I be taking home? How am I going to do my stuff? How am I going to give my children a better life? How am I going to give my family a better life if I'm going to spend a little that I have on giving the government my own money? How is that going to work out? How is that going to work out going forward? What kind of a life am I going to live if I'm giving all my money to the government? Government is going to do what with that money? That they couldn't manage to spend a COVID allocated money to the people. They couldn't manage the money that was allocated to disaster management, they couldn't manage that money. The money was spread around friends and ministers with the tenders, with their families and sisters and sons. They are all rich by now, but still they want our money back to enrich them more. There's no way this is going to work. If this is now working, if for the coming election, ANC is still in charge after this, after people know about what is happening now with us, with that 12%, and they still allow ANC to be in charge, that's their fault. No one will try and say, how can we be forced to pay or to be deducted in people's salaries 12% of their own earnings, but they are the ones that are voting for ANC. If now you don't vote for ANC, your grandmother or your mother is voting for ANC, it's now a high time to explain to your mother what is going on. She might not be working now, or she's old enough to be earning grant or something, but probably she's not working anymore, or your father is not working anymore. It's time now to explain that, you know what, father, I usually give you 2.5, but the government now of ANC, the one that you always vote for, is asking me to give 12% of my salary. So I will not manage to give you that amount now, because ANC is taking some of the money. I will manage now only to give you 800 or 1,000. Unless now, father, you stop voting for ANC and then this thing stops, and then I can keep giving you that 2.5 I was always giving you. They must know the consequences of what they are voting for. If they keep on voting for those ANCs, they will get less money for their children. They must know what they are getting themselves into, because the people who are voting for these ANCs and in these rural areas are our own fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers. Even the youth in the rural areas, some of them, they are voting for ANC. Even in the urban area, in the cities, some of them, they are voting for ANC. But they don't understand these kind of things that are happening, these kind of things that are tripping up now. How did this idea even come to pass? The idea of letting people take 12% of their salaries. How? How did this even pass? Let me read a little and see what is this. South Africans may be required to contribute to 12% of their earnings to the government back fund, according to new proposal from Department of Social Development. On Wednesday, the department gazetted its green paper on comprehensive social security and retirement forum, which proposed the creation of a new national social security fund, a government managed fund which will provide retirement, disability benefits, and unemployment benefits. All employers and employees will initially be obligated to contribute 12% of their own earnings up to the certain ceiling, which is currently proposed as earning of 276,000 per year. This means that if you earn more than 276,000 a year, you will pay a maximum of 12% of your 12% of 260 around 33,000 or 2.7 a month to the fund. Wow, imagine that. 2.7 if you're earning 276. So if you are earning 276, what is 276? A month 276 divide 276 divided by 12. Yeah, that means you are earning 23,000. So which means you're earning 23,000. So they will take 2.7 of your income. Wow. So you are preparing now to lose that amount. That's a rent is worth amount. Or a month is petrol of yours that will be going away. Wow. We are insured. So you can continue reading. You can see it's on News 24. You can just get this and read up and see what is going on. This is really amazing. This is actually should be stopped while it's still being planned, because no one in their right minds will be saying yes to this. It still need to go through some signatures, and I don't know the path of passing these legislators, because sometimes they just talk about it, and then few months then they will come and say the legislature passed, because they are majority anyway, so they will pass it in the parliament. So we are into that. I just hope this is just going to be stopped. I hope this is going to be stopped. I really hope this is going to be stopped. I cannot afford to take another thousands of my money and give them to the government. I cannot afford to do that. I can't, or I will be forced to go and work abroad and leave this stupid country if it's like that, because there's nothing I can change, right? I'll just have to go and stay somewhere, and go and stay in another country or China or something, and go and set up my stuff there, because with this is madness. This is madness. How are we going to survive? How are we going to take our kids to school and save money if we taking all our money to the government? It's madness, man. So I hope you did subscribe to the podcast. If you have not, make sure that you subscribe and hit that button, and make sure that you get the latest as they come. Also check the podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Play. It's all over the place, man. Check Maneza Music. It's on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes. Search Maneza F8 Salvation, Maneza F8 Salvation album 2020. It's up there. I'm gonna be releasing soon. I'm working on something good. So yeah, that's what's up, man. I didn't really talk about what is happening in Afghanistan. Yeah, but I don't really think that it's something that I really need to talk about. USA, they just play themselves. They've been there for 20 years, training those guys to defend themselves, and when they are leaving, it took only 4 days for the Taliban to overturn all that training and take over the military and all those cool stuff that America left there. So yeah, it's crazy like that. Fikiria kwa undani, duku. Amako.